Valarie King Bailey is CEO of Onshore Technology Group, a Chicago-based company specializing in engineering and IT services. Valarie received her MBA in Information Systems from Keller in 1985. She also holds a BS in Civil Environmental Engineering from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Throughout her career, Valarie has served in leadership roles with leading global companies such as U.S. Steel, Intergraph Corporation, EMC Documentum, and Abbott Laboratories. In her last position, Valarie served as Chief Marketing Officer for QMAS, an Irish-based company dedicated to enterprise compliance management systems. She has received many career honors, including Lifetime Achievement Award in Construction from the University of Wisconsin-Madison Construction Club, Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year nominee in 2006, the University of Wisconsin Distinguished Engineering Alumni Award, American Express Count Me In, Make Mine $1 Million Business Award in 2007, National Women of Color Technology All-Star Award, Madam C.J. Walker Outstanding Business Award, Irish Software Association Market Innovation Award, and many others. Valarie has been featured in Crain's Chicago Business, Black Enterprise, Chicago Tribune, Chicago Sun-Times, and many other publications. She serves on the DeVry Alumni Association Advisory Council and works tirelessly promoting STEM education to the nation's youth through the National Science Foundation and the University of Wisconsin. Valarie is a native of Chicago and a mother of two. Please help me welcome Valarie King Bailey.
Hello, DeVry. How's everybody doing tonight? I cannot tell you what an honor it is to be here with you tonight. To all of the students, for those of you getting an award, I say to you, this is an old 70s phrase. Right on. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am just very, very pleased to be here, and especially honoring summa cum laude, magna cum laude students, honor students. It's just great to be here. It is just great to be here. How many magnets I got in the house? All right. All right. To the DeVry president, the faculty of DeVry, professors, honor students, ladies and gentlemen, and special guests. It's my pleasure to be here tonight, and I would like to extend a heartfelt congratulations to all of the honor students. And I know what it takes to do what you've done. As you heard in my introduction, I graduated from UW and then went to Keller. You have probably balanced your family life, your personal life, home life. This takes a lot. So I think all of the students in this room deserve a round of applause. As I look around tonight, I see myself 25 years ago, sitting in your spot, doing the same things. And I can't help but to think how much I was filled with excitement, joy, a little bit scared, to be honest with you, about what was going on ahead. So in addition to your academic accomplishments, some of you balance family life and personal life, and I commend you for placing a high value on your education. The backdrop of my talk with you tonight, and I will be brief, some of you who know me know that's not possible, but I will be brief. The part of my backdrop with you tonight is the economy, and most importantly, the U.S. economy. You're graduating at a time of a lot of challenge for the United States of America, for the world, for that matter. Tonight, I'm calling on you to lead. And this is kind of a serious speech, because when I thought about speaking to students who are graduating at the top of their class, these are the leaders of tomorrow. So tonight, I want to call on each of you to lead. This is the time, really, to lead. So I believe the people in this room have the power, the ability, and more importantly, the wisdom to lead. And wisdom is different from knowledge. So that's what I want to talk about. More than likely, you didn't take a course on how to be the most effective leader. I know they offer a lot of great courses at Keller, but they probably didn't offer that in terms of how to be a great leader. But you have to lead, not only in your households, but you have to lead on your job, You have to lead no matter where you go. So tonight, I'd like to offer you some advice that I experienced when I left Keller on what helped me to become an effective leader. Now, my story actually is an improbable one. So you see me standing here today and you heard the honors and all of the stuff that I've done. But I was raised in Stateway Gardens. I grew up, and for those of you who don't know where beautiful Stateway Gardens is, that's a housing project that was right across the street from White Sox Park. How many know where Stateway is? All right, there's some Stateway folks in here. All right, but I grew up around Stateway. And a funny thing happened to me. You probably wouldn't believe this, but actually I hated school when I was in grade school. When I graduated from 8th grade, they told my mom that I was reading on the 4th grade reading level. 4th grade, not 8th, 4th grade. And they told her that I had to go to a special school, a school which was, at that time, educationally mentally handicapped. They called it EMH. They put me in this EMH high school, and they told my mother I had a learning disability. Now, I didn't have a learning disability, I was just lazy. How many know lazy? Okay, there was no learning disability. Valarie didn't want to go to school. But you know what that experience did for me? It woke me up, and it made me realize how important my education actually was. Because when I got into that school, and they put me in a school with EMH kids who really did have problems learning, I thought, oh my God, I don't belong here. But let me tell you what happened to me. So I met this teacher. It was an English teacher, of all things, an English teacher. And she had us write an assignment. She said, tell me what you did during the school, during the summer. And she was going to check to see how how we wrote and, how much she had to teach us during this class. So I wrote the paper, everybody else wrote the paper in class, and she came back to school and she said, I want everybody to go home. I need to talk to Valarie. And I thought, oh my God, now what did I do? First I'm in an EMH class, now I'm getting held back because the teacher wants to talk to me about this paper. And she handed me the paper, and the paper had double A on top of it, A++. And she said, this paper was written by a student that's probably in like their second year college. She said, why are you here? Now she thought I was a discipline problem. So I started crying and I told her, no, this is what happened. I was, moving around with this exam because I was actually marking the paper instead of marking the ovals. I was just kind of marking my paper. And she said, I didn't take the test. That's why I had a 4th grade reading level. So I told her what happened. And she looked at me and she said, do you want to learn? And from this day to that, I will never forget the look on her face when she said, do you want to learn? And I said, yes. And she said, okay, I'm going to talk to your mother. She said, and I'll homeschool you myself. So she had me reading Shakespeare when I was in my freshman year of high school. So I told you that story to tell you this. From a long time ago, when I was a freshman in high school, that's when I first said, you know what, my education is very important to me. And from that day to this, I have a love for teachers that goes beyond love for any other profession. Because one teacher stopped and said, this girl has promise. So I would like for all of the Keller and DeVry professors, could you please stand? Because I want to tell you, if there are any DeVry professors in here, I want to tell you how much I love you and how much I appreciate what you have done. That each student in this room, it wouldn't be possible without people like these. It would not be possible without your professors. That one story stuck with me for the rest of my life, and that's why I'm here today speaking to you tonight and speaking to a group of honor students, a kid who barely made it out of 8th grade. I'm here talking to you tonight, but it was a teacher that helped me. And I'm forever grateful for all of the teachers and professors that I've had in my life. So what I'd like to do tonight is I'd just like to share with you 5 leadership principles that I learned that helped me to become the leader. Because one of the things that you may not realize sitting here tonight is that each one of you in your respective disciplines will become a leader. Each one of you. But it's something that you kind of don't think